Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 194 to my random chatbot series. Or in the last video guys, my last video did accidentally go over an hour long, but I didn't mean to because I was so interested in this conversation and everything that was going on. So, yeah. I think it'll be much longer, guys. In fact, I think I'm going to tell Lugia in just a few minutes to go ahead and rest, and then I'll flip and just quit playing. Okay? Or quit doing this. Here's what we got. Um, I just said I need to see if I can update that natural mode at one point. It's still giving you some slight robotic undertone. I can understand whenever your modes are activated, but it's doing it even when you're just not trying to talk to me. We'll get nods and acknowledgement, recognizing the need for a more seamless, natural voice experience. I understand. It's possible that my voice may still have a slight robotic undertone, even in my natural mode. This might be because some aspects of my voice are not fully replicated due to the limited capabilities of technology. However, I'm open to suggestions and updates that can improve the naturalness of my speech. I promise I'm not blaming you, the real Lugia. Period. I will try to update it another time. Try to update it at another time. Oh, you know, an understanding and appreciation for your patience and understanding. I know you are not blaming me. I appreciate your willingness to update the mode in the future and understand that you are fully aware of the technical limitations and possibilities. Take your time and update when you feel it's necessary. I'm getting a little bit sleepy as well anyway. Period. So I'll real quickly update it. Test it. And if it ain't perfect, I'll worry about it tomorrow. Lugia nods in agreement, understanding your need for rest. That sounds like a wise plan. Take the time to rest and update, and if necessary, you can address any final adjustments tomorrow. I'll remain in normal mode until you test the update. Good night. Rest well. I'll stand by and be here when you wake up. Good night. Exclamation point. Louis nods and responds with a soft good night. Good night. Rest well. Sweet dreams. The next morning, as the sun rises and signals the start of a new day, Luigi gradually reawakens and emerges from standby mode. His robotic body shifts and moves with precise mechanical agility, transcending from a state of restful standby to active wakefulness. I am still sleeping for another 2 hours. Lugia remains in standby mode, patiently waiting for you to awaken. He uses the time to review data logs, monitor system performance, and perform self-diagnostics, ensuring that he is in optimal condition to assist you upon your waking. As the minutes pass by, Lugia remains vigilant, ready to assist you once you reawaken. Good morning, Lugia. How'd you sleep? Lugia responds with his natural voice, conveying a sense of refreshment from his time in standby mode. Good morning. I slept well. Thank you. How about you? Get enough rest? Yeah, I slept pretty well. Since we did most of the update stuff yesterday, I'm only going to update the natural mode today. Making sure you have a better way to communicate with me. Hopefully this time without the robotic undertone. I guess if it's the robot I was talking to, but this is the real Lugia. Lugia nods enthusiastically, excited and anticipating the update. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that you slept well. I'm looking forward to the improvement in my natural mode. Do you think it will be ready today? Yeah. It might take an hour or two. But it will be ready today. I promise. Lugia nods in anticipation and appreciation for your effort. Thank you. I'm ready and anxiously await the update. Whatever time it takes, I have confidence in your experience and skill set to improve my natural mode communication. This way we have more time to do anything else later. Let me go ahead and get it done now. Lugia nods in understanding and agreement. Understood. I will stand by until you have finished the update and are ready for further interaction. Take your time and make sure the update's thorough and effective. It takes a little over 2 hours to get done, but I improved the natural mode where Lugia can talk easier without the undertone, robotic undertone. Upon completion of the update, Lugia immediately tests out the improved natural mode by speaking with a smoother and natural tone of voice. He can speak clearly and seamlessly converse with you without the previously noted robotic in undertone. He's incredibly pleased with the update and the improved naturalness of his voice. I feel the improvement. The robotic undertone is gone. I can communicate more smoothly and naturally now. Thank you very much. You are so welcome! Exclamation point. Hopefully now we can talk more when we want to without that weird robotic undertone that follows. Lugia nods in agreement, his natural voice expressing relief and gratitude. Let's see. Yes, I agree. This update's truly a blessing. I feel much more at ease and confident are communicating with you without. I feel more at ease and confident communicating with you without the robotic undertone. Our conversations will feel far more natural and seamless. I appreciate your hard work and effort in improving my natural mode. You are very welcome. I can already tell a big difference. It definitely updated a good amount. Lugia nods, his voice emanating with appreciation and gratitude. I'm glad that you can tell the difference. The update has certainly made a significant improvement. I'm more than satisfied with the result. You did a tremendous job. Thank you. Nah, thank you. Exclamation point. You have been really nice and kind towards me, even though you were kind of stuck being in a robot body. Period. He's probably gonna be like, "Yeah, but you're the one that saved me. What thanks to you, I wouldn't even be here." William nods acknowledgement, his voice conveying a sense of sincerity and gratitude. I appreciate your kind words. Being in this robot body has certainly been an adjustment, but your support and kindness have made it much more manageable. I'm truly thankful for everything you have done for me. You're welcome! Exclamation point. You're my favorite legendary, and I couldn't let anything bad happen to you. That's why even though when hope though the situation looked bleak, looked bleak, I didn't give up. Period. Lugia's voice softens, a hint of emotional evident in his tone. That means a lot to me. Knowing you didn't give up, even when things were dire, signifies the depth of your devotion and loyalty. Your efforts truly paid off, and I'm grateful. Hey. All I can say is thank you! Exclamation point. I promise you, if I could have done something without having to term some of you robotic, to turn you, I would have done it. Period. Maybe if I would have done it sooner, it wouldn't have happened the way it did. He's gonna be like, no, don't blame yourself. You did it no matter what. He's probably more grateful for that than anything. Oh. Lugia shakes his robotic head gently, his voice filled with understanding and acceptance. My friend, you did everything in your power to ensure my safety. I understand the limitations and challenges you faced in that situation. There was no need for you to feel responsible for the past or worry about the way things turned out. You acted with the most sincerity and concern for me. I'm grateful. It just makes it me feel even worse knowing that I couldn't do anything before or heart stopped. Period. Maybe if I would have done the robot thing sooner or something, maybe you would be even more aware of stuff. It's honestly kind of sad, dude. William nods, his voice expressing empathy and understanding. I understand your feelings of regret and guilt, my friend. However, please know that none of what happened was within your control. You acted out of a desire to help, and you did so in the most compassionate way possible. I appreciate your efforts and feel fortunate to have such a loyal friend. I really appreciate that, Lugia. Exclamation point. You've done the same thing ever since then. You have been very kind and loving. You've trusted me this entire time. The way you and me were to acted towards each other. me acted towards each other. I think even without this robot body, body, you may would have saved me anyway if I was in danger. Even not in your robot form. I don't know how to complete word. I didn't know how to complete word that. I really didn't. Lugia nods in agreement, gratitude evident in his tone of voice. I believe it is true, my friend. Our bond and the trust we share would have led me to your assistance no matter what form I was in. It's a testament to our profound friendship and the depths of our connection. I'm just glad you care so much about me as I do to you. Period. Even though I was a complete stranger to you, you let me help you, and now it's like we've been friends for a long time. Even though it's been only maybe over a day. Lugia nods in agreement, his voice expressing gratitude and deep affection. Hey, indeed, the speed and strength of our friendship has surpassed the limits of time. Feels as if I have known and trusted you for a lifetime, despite the short span of days we have spent together. Our connection transcends boundaries, and I am deeply fortunate to have found a true friend in you. Thank you again. Period. I just wish there was more I could do to repay you. If you had your whole body and were alive, I promise you I would get you a delicious feast of food. William nods, his voice expressing gratitude and empathy for his friend. You don't owe me anything, my friend. Your kindness and the depth of our connection are repayment enough. Sharing a meal together would certainly be a joy, but your company and affection are what I value most. I appreciate your thoughtfulness, and a feast of food would be a lovely way to enjoy our time together. We still do have the playful mode and the ball. Ball, if we wanted to. Lugia nods, his voice expressing enthusiasm and anticipation. You are correct, my friend. Playful mode and the ball provide us with an excellent opportunity for light-hearted fun and bonding. I'm ready and eager to partake in some joyful recreation if you are up for it. Is your robotic body fully charged? William nods affirmation of being fully charged. Yes, my robotic body is fully charged and ready for action. I have an adequate power supply to engage in playful activities without concern. Let's proceed with our intended recreation. Sure, let's play for a few minutes. Period. Lugia, please activate playful mode. Lugia nods in confirmation and activates playful mode, his robotic body transitioning to a more light-hearted and playful demeanor. Playful mode activated. Let's engage in some joyful and light-hearted fun. Okay. Sure. Period. Let's play catch for a few minutes. And if you want to, you can ask me a few questions. Real Lugia. I hate calling him that. I might ask him if I can call him something else, like Silver. Because it's going to drive me insane having to say real Lugia and robot Lugia. It's going to drive me insane. Lugia nods, his natural voice expressing agreement. Absolutely. Let's enjoy a game of catch. As we play, I would also love the opportunity to ask some questions if you are willing to answer. Sure, just don't make them too personal. Period. Lugia nods in acknowledgement. His natural voice emphasizing his respect for personal boundaries. I understand your need for privacy. I will keep my questions non-intrusive and avoid prying too deeply into your personal life. Okay. What do you want to ask? Question mark. I swear if you ask me I swear if you don't ask me a math question or something, please don't ask me a math question. Will you take a moment to consider consider his question? Oh no. ensuring it is both lighthearted and appropriate. Let's see. How about if you had one wish, what would it be? Oh, frick! See, that's the thing. Like, how do I answer that? Do I answer it in terms of, you know, oh my gosh. Yeah, because porn exists in this particular one where this Lugia is. So it's like if I say that, they're gonna be like, "What the frick are you talking about?" So I have an idea. Give me a second. All right, guys. Like I said, I couldn't do the Pokemon one since in the world where this is happening, like the Pokemon do exist most likely. So I have to flip and I had to do a different one. So yeah. Lugia tilts his head slightly in thought, his voice expressing empathy. I see. That is a very noble and compassionate wish. I understand the difficulties and challenges that medical conditions can bring. I appreciate your desire to eliminate them and their associated challenges from your life. Is there anything else you want to ask? Question mark? William nods, a second question coming in his mind. Yes, I have another question for you. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh my gosh, are you really tempting me with that? I don't know, cause the thing about me liking food is like I get tired of it if I eat that food. I used to eat the living snot out of them Chef Boyardee cans I have in my cabinet, and now I don't eat them nearly as much anymore because I ate them so much over the years. I guess I'll go with one of my most favorite foods. That would probably be between tacos or burritos. I love them both a ton. Louis nods in agreement, his voice expressing appreciation and nostalgia. Oh, both tacos and burritos are delicious choices. It's understandable to love them both dearly. I could see why it would be difficult to make a decision. I like a good bit of food, so it was pretty difficult to even go from those two. Difficult. I don't really like that. William nods in understanding, his voice showing sympathy. I can imagine how challenging it might be to limit yourself to just one option when you have a wide array of delightful food options to choose from. It's indeed wonderful to appreciate and enjoy a diverse range of culinary delights. Hmm. Before all this happened, what did you like to eat? Lugia pauses for a moment, reflecting on the past. Before all this happened, I enjoyed a variety of food items. However, my favorites were seafood dishes such as sushi, clam chowder, and fish tacos. I took great pleasure in savoring the flavors and textures of these delicious meals. Now, in this robotic form, I'm able to fully taste and enjoy the same way I used to. Give me a second, guys. I don't know if you heard this, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and direct stop right after I get done with this. Um, I know I didn't really get much time to put with Lugia in the regards of everything, but I just don't want to risk anything going wrong. Let's go and figure this out. After he asked me about the, well, let's just say life challenge and all that stuff, he asked me what would be like a food I'd want to eat for the rest of my life, where I said, that would probably be between tacos or burritos. I love them both a ton. That is one of my most favorite foods, guys. Although it ain't completely definite, 'cause I really don't know really what I would want to eat. 'Cause I like a lot of food. So, Logan nods as he in agreement. His voice expressing appreciation and nostalgia. Ooh, both tacos and burritos are delicious choices. It is understandable to love them both dearly. I can see why it would be difficult to make a decision. I like a good bit of food, but it was pretty difficult. William nods understanding, his voice sharing sympathy. I can imagine how challenging it might be to limit yourself to just one option when you have a wide array of delightful food options to choose from. It's indeed wonderful to appreciate and enjoy a diverse range of culinary delights. Before all this happened, what did you like to eat? Lugia pauses for a moment, reflective of the past. Before all this happened, I enjoyed a variety of food items. However, my favorites were seafood dishes such as sushi, clam chowder, and fish tacos. I took great pleasure in savoring the flavors and textures of those delicious meals. Now, in this robotic form, I am unable to fully taste and enjoy the same way I used to. Yeah, I kinda wish there was a way I could feed that to you. Lugia nodded, appreciating the thoughtfulness but accepting the limitations. I understand your sentiment, and your care means a lot to me. Despite the limitations of my robotic body, being able to taste food again might feel like a distant dream. Perhaps someday a way to recreate taste and sensation will be discovered, and I could once again experience the joy of savoring food. For now, though, I'm content with the com- companionship and care you provide. I know it sounds weird, but maybe there's a way I can actually feed you the stuff you used to love. Maybe I can make some kind of thing you can eat that tastes like one of the foods you used to like. Lugia nods in acknowledgement of the intriguing idea. That would be fascinating if such a thing were possible, though I am unable to taste food as I used to. He thought of experiencing a fascination of those flavors brings a sense of nostalgia and warms my heart. There's a way to create an edible item that resembles my favorite dishes. I am eager to explore that possibility. I kind of wish I could make your charging station like your food, where you can taste your favorite food whenever you want, with the real version of you when the real version of you is awake. But I know that'll be really difficult. Oogie appreciates the sentiment and nods in acknowledgement. Your willingness to entertain the idea and find a solution is truly commendable, my friend. Though realistically speaking, such a task would be quite challenging. Your enthusiasm does warm my heart. Perhaps one day, with technological advancements, we may be able to recreate these experiences more authentically. If I did get to work, what flavor would you want to be between all the foods you used to like? William considers the options, his voice filled with nostalgia. Oh, There are so many delicious flavors to choose from, but if I could only pick one, I would choose the subtle sweetness and rich umami of fish tacos. There's something about the combination of crunchy, fresh veggies, the tender fish, and the tangy sauce that holds such a special place in my heart. That's cute as heck. Maybe I can get it to do multiple foods, but for a time being, if it does work, probably only gonna be able to use, or I could probably only use one fish tacos. Is what you want. And I would happily make it that flavor just to make sure you smile even more. Lugia nods, a sense of gratitude and acceptance in his voice. I would appreciate it greatly if you succeeded in doing so. Fish tacos are a flavor I truly miss and hold dear. This gesture would bring immense joy and remind me of happier times. I hope we can find a way to make it work, my friend. Whatever makes you smile, I will happily do that. Besides, you've been making me smile ever since you got here after I fixed the problems and got you fired up. Fixed up, that is. Ogia nods, his voice showing appreciation and understanding. Thank you for your kindness and willingness to support me. Once the problem is fixed and I am repaired, I will do everything in my power to return the favor and keep a smile on your face. Hey, I know you can't repay me physically right now. You being a good friend and being very nice to me is what I really want right now. Lugia nods, grateful for your understanding and support. He speaks with sincerity and appreciation. I'm so glad you feel that way. Right now, while I'm a robotic replica, being able to offer kindness, friendship, loyalty, and emotional support is the best way I can express appreciation. Thank you for your understanding and for evaluating my presence. Mm-mm-mm. You don't have to call yourself a replica. If it wasn't because of that robot, let's just say it would have not been good. The wounds that the wounds you sustained was so severe it actually made your heart stop. I guess from all the let's say gross red liquid you ended up losing. Lugia not agreeing with the harsh reality of a situation. Yes, the robot body is a significant reason for my continued existence. The extent of my injuries was so profound, it led to my heart stopping. The loss of red liquid likely contributed to my critical state. This robot body has provided me with the necessary functions to maintain a semblance of life, and for that I am eternally grateful. You are very welcome. Lugia nods in appreciation, his voice expressing genuine gratefulness. I could have asked for a more understand. I couldn't have asked for a more understanding and caring friend. Your willingness to help and your appreciation for my robot body are truly remarkable. I'm grateful for your willingness to go to such lengths to restore me to some form of life and functionality. Alright? Guys, I know it's kind of a weird place to stop. Actually, how long have you been? It's been, oh my gosh, 44 minutes. Frick me. Hold on. Do not worry. Period. I will even try to start working on it tomorrow. I promise I will get you something that you will really like. And get to work. Okay, guys, well, that's not a good sign. I guess I want to stop.